Hello, everyone. I'm Cheldin Rumor, and this is it. Welcome back to This Is It TV. I am so excited for my friend to join us again on This Is It TV. I'd love for him to introduce himself, his first and last name, the name of his business, and what he's up to.
Cheldin, I'm Bezich. I'm a men's health advocate, contributing writer to phillyvoice.com, and of course, the author of Crack the Code, 10 Proven Secrets that Motivate Healthy Behavior and Inspire Fulfillment in Men Over 50. How are you?
I'm so good. I am so good and so fortunate to have you back on the show. Thank you so much.
Good to be back.
I love it. Well, we're going to talk about something that I think that a lot of people are suffering from. In the dialogue, I always tend to cheat before I start to hit record. We were talking a little bit about, the fact that so many of us are going through what we call COVID fatigue, right?
Yes, absolutely. COVID fatigue is out there, and we need an antidote to COVID fatigue. And so, in a word, it's resiliency. So much is said these days about resiliency because of COVID fatigue and what we've got to do and the challenges of dealing with COVID. But it's also, I would suggest, develop a tactic. The more you can be resilient in life in general, the better it is. And let's be clear, what we're talking about resiliency is the ability to keep going when things get tough, and the ability to adjust and adapt when life doesn't go our way or life throws all sorts of things at us. Right. Again, it's very prominent today, but everybody needs, I think, a resiliency strategy. Yeah. And so in my case, I think like a lot of people, my world was turned upside down, right? As a healthcare and an exercise advocate, I couldn't go to my gym. And so I had to come up with a new strategy there. At work, my whole schedule changed because I'm in healthcare, so I'm coming in early, I'm working late. That's topsy-turvy. I was ready to go to Las Vegas with my two sons that I love to death for the NFL draft, a guys event that we were really looking forward to, gone, canceled. And then of course, time with my grandson got thrown up in the air. So, all that came together. And so what I have found is that the answer to building resiliency and dealing with COVID fatigue are to, there's a lot of ways that you can build resiliency, but my favorite is habits, routines, and rituals. What I call the guardrails of healthy behavior, what allows us to get into rhythm, right? Life is all about rhythm. When we think about, what we teach kids, like go to bed at a certain time, get up at a certain time. And even as adults, we look forward to like every Wednesday night is, whatever night, or every Friday night is date night with our spouse or significant other. So we like rhythm and we like certainty in our lives. And that's what keeps us on track. And that's why I think it's so important to building resiliency.
Yeah, no, I think that was probably the problem in the beginning, right? Everybody was taken out of that rhythm. They were taken out of their day-to-day and how to adjust for that. I know that, some people say it takes 21 days to be able to gain some type of habit or, a significant time before it becomes a regular thing. I think a lot of us thought that this was, a lot of us thought that this was going to be short term. And now we're in, month 6, month 5, depending on when everybody was safe at home. And so how do you become, okay with moving forward about establishing a new rhythm, I think is really what you're getting to and the importance of that.
Exactly. It's so important because, it's about our health and our well-being and our mental attitude. So there's really 3 areas that among all the things we can do, there's really 3 areas I think are important for your listeners. That's physical, mental, and social. So here's what I mean. So on the physical side, that's the exercise, the diet, right? That's what I went through in my own situation. So what I tried to do was I used to run 3 days a week on the treadmill in the gym. And I actually flipped it around where I actually run 7 days a week now.
Right.
Being the health guy that I am, I said, what, I'm gonna take this COVID challenge and throw it on its head. It tried to throw me on my head. I'm gonna throw it on its head. So, think about ways that you can up your game or even just sustain your game with a new physical routine, whether it's just walking around the block with your spouse or, doing a little light workout in the basement, whatever it takes to do that. Physical is real important. Second is mental, right? We've got to do mental adjustments. For me, it's my morning routine, right? I love to get up early. It's that quiet time. I have that cup of coffee before I work out. I read my newspapers. I catch up on my email. While it's sort of work and just, the routine of getting up and getting dressed and shaving and stuff,
Right.
Peaceful. It's so therapeutic to me. I love it. So that's sort of how I deal on the mental side with that's a routine and a habit that I love. And
Yeah.
third is social, of course, right? I've mentioned before, like my wife and I have turned to these, Friday night, watch the movie on the cable
Yeah.
routine, get the takeout, that type of thing. So whatever it is, have some social rhythm and social routines and habits. And again, that'll help you build. So with you put all that together, and that gives you the wherewithal to make it through these tough times.
These are three simple things, simple focuses that you can have. And I know that the missing of any of those three can really jam you up as far as you getting yourself into a comfortable space. The social space, again, because we're not necessarily seeing as many people as we would ideally be seeing, but touching base. My family and I have done more Zooms than we would have ever seen each other, right? And
Yeah,
in that way, there's a benefit from that. Childhood friends, we're Zooming once
sure.
a week where we didn't see each other because we couldn't meet for brunch, right? And we couldn't get our schedules together, but now we're connecting each and every week. So some sense of social component, that physical and that mental, you're always giving us the best advice in order to be able to get through these hurdles and jump these hurdles within our lives. This COVID fatigue is real though, my friend, it's
It's
real.
real, but as you said, there can be a silver lining where the adaptations that we utilize and develop can really, grow our social interaction. Like you said, you're talking to people that you maybe under normal circumstances wouldn't be, contacting.
Right.
There is a silver lining here. You can up your game.
Oh, you can up your game. And we're always upping our game with you, my friend, each and every time you join us on This Is It TV. So if people want to get in touch with you, if they want to follow, fan, and like you and get their hands on that book, where would they find that information?
You can find the access to the book and all about what we're doing at 5050plusmen.com. And you'll see the door. The door will open to all sorts of new ideas.
Absolutely. I'm telling you, everybody, you must follow, fan, and like, my friend. It is worth it, worth it, worth it. It is always pleasure for you to join us here on This Is It TV. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Sheldon.
Oh my goodness, guys. Okay, you're getting the information that you need in order to survive this COVID fatigue. I suggest you get in touch with my friend. And from all of us here at This Is It TV, I'm Cheldin Barlett Rumor, and we will see you soon. Take care.